Great. We are live to discuss India's convincing win today against Bangladesh. We have good time for long time friends Srijan and Akash who joined us earlier as well, along with Shivam for sure again to discuss about
Hi guys.
mostly a formality, right? That's what I think. What do you think, Srijan? Was it a formality or was there a contest today?
I think just before we started our show, Shivam told a brilliant point that Bangladesh only comes to ICC tournaments to give 2 points to other teams. And in the last 15-20 years, I don't think so that they've put up a good fight to any team in a lot of time. I think the only exception was 2007 World Cup in West Indies. Otherwise, there, however, मतलब today the Torrid Ridoy, he played a wonderful innings, reeling at 36 for 5. They did put up a good show and they did put up a competitive total at the end. It was challenging because Dubai wickets are slow and all. But all in all, Bangladesh being Bangladesh gave us those two easy points. What do you think, Akash?
Well, in my opinion, I mean, it wasn't an easy lunch for India. They made India work for their runs. I mean, 36 for five, and as you said, I mean, Hriday actually put up a great effort. I mean, kudos to him, sops to him for putting up such a commendable stand. Yeah, of course, when it came to bowling, yeah, we sort of walked over them.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, it was a pretty interesting match, although people not expecting it to be, being stretched this long. But yeah,
Hmm.
so all in all, a good contest today.
I think I think this could have been a lot different. Actually, had Rohit Sharma taken that catch of Akshar Patel, he would have got that hat trick, and probably we could have bundled Bangladesh out under 100. But
Much
again,
quicker.
as they say in Hindi, there is a saying that cricket अनिश्चितताओं का खेल है. So that
Hmm.
happened. Rohit Sharma dropped a dolly, and they had a good stand. Which actually, in the end, I think it turned out well for say Shubman Gill, who got to his 100, and also he got some batting practice. But again, not an easy wicket. So I'm looking it from a different lens because India is supposed to play all their games in on this very
Yeah.
particular ground only. And I know there will be multiple pitches which will be used, further in the tournament. But I think we got a taste of what to expect from Dubai wickets. And while we were questioning everyone, the team management for selecting four spinners, I think this game justifies that point at least till now. I think we can fairly say that it's gonna spin. And I think let's start with the toss, Suresh. I think Rohit Sharma mentioned he lost the toss, but
Yeah.
he mentioned that
Hmm.
he would have anyway chased. But I think after seeing this result, I think they will sort of go back to a drawing board and think if batting first is the way forward. I would love to sort of hear on this, maybe Suresh, from you.
Yeah, India generally comfortable chasing, right? And I think we would have been happy with the way the result went in the toss. And the first few overs, the 36 for 5, I mean, any team would take that. Again, hands down, like we discussed, right? Hands down on the innings from Hridoy. One of the most exciting talents coming out of Bangladesh as well. At that point in time, you need a very mature head. And he's a young guy. I mean, he's been playing, what, I think a year or two, that's all in cricket. And to build up that score. And I was reading I heard some stats in the commentary. I think it's the highest partnership by Bangladesh against India ever in
Yeah.
ODIs, and we've been playing for some time now. So great effort from those two in the partnership. But I mean, and they also bowled. I mean, I don't think they bowled that great, but the spinners bowled well in the middle overs. Again, they sort of strangled Kohli a bit, but otherwise, I don't think India were ever really worried too much. A few wickets fell in between, but I think as long as Gill was there, the win was certain. Is what I felt.
I think I'll come to you, Srijan. Shubman Gill, I think, sort of reminds us the way Kohli used to bat in say mid
Hmm.
of 2020, between 2010 and 2020, somewhere around 2013, 14. I think his reminds he definitely reminds me of Kohli, peak Kohli. Where he can sort of carry the chase on his shoulders. Wicket kept falling at the other end, but he kept his head really cool and calm, and then he can play both the game. He can sort of be the aggressor, and he can play the waiting game as well. And I think that's a really really good sign for the Indian ODI setup, especially going ahead.
Yeah. What's the best part about Shubman Gill coming into form is that he had a very bad Test series in Australia. He did not do very well in the red ball. matches, and but the way he has come up in the ODI setup, it's been actually brilliant. Matlab, he, like you said, he has been shouldering the Indian batting lineup like Virat Kohli used to do back in his prime days. And it's actually quite heartening to see because he plays all the shots that is there and two consecutive hundreds. He was a man of the tournament in the man of the series in the England series, and this also matlab, it harbors well for India that Shubman Gill is in form. And I think so that India, with wide ball, Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Shubman Gill, they all are very brilliant players with wide ball. And I am actually very thankful that the team management continue to have faith in the same batting lineup that they had for World Cup 2023. It's the same batting lineup. They did not mess up with it, though there were a lot of changes in the bowling. They continue to stick with that, and Shreyas Iyer was the only question that was there, but he also performed very well in the England series. But however, I am not pretty convinced with taking 4-5 spinners to the white because uh, when they were 36 for 5, only Akshar Patel took a couple of wickets. So he would have taken the hat trick had Rohit Sharma not dropped that dolly. But there were no other wickets that spinners took. That is a concern for me. Should they have taken Mohammad Siraj to Dubai? Probably yes.
I think Srijan, interesting point. And before that, I think we'll move to Akash. But since you mentioned Mohammad Siraj, I think I was a little surprised that Arshdeep Singh was not picked in the 11. And
Yeah.
someone like a Harshit Rana, I know he did a good job. He got a few wickets and he bowled fairly well. But still,
Yeah.
I would feel that's a little biased from the management because I think Arshdeep is probably our best white ball bowler. Obviously, we'll leave the Bumrah of any comparison at this
Mm,
point of time. But I think Arshdeep is our best bet at this point of time, especially in the he has done it in the T20 cricket. I think he deserves a go in the ODI cricket as well. So I was a little taken aback. And yeah, I mean, I do agree that spinners other than Akshar did not pick up the wickets, but I think they managed to sort of choke the batting lineup, and I think that they were able to apply that pressure. But again, there were quite a few missed chances as well. One something chance was also missed, and
mm,
I think that's a thing. And I'll probably take one more interesting thing is the approach of
Yeah,
the way Rohit Sharma has been batting again in the last couple of years. Again, it showed in the today's power play attack as well. So Akash,
mm.
how do you find this Rohit thing, the entire Rohit thing? I think again it looks like he's going there to sort of play the aggressor role, and maybe he'll get the quick 30s, 40s, the way he used to do in 23 World Cup as well. Uh, I mean, mixed opinion on that, but I would love to hear your view on this.
yeah. So it was really pleasing to see him play those shots. I mean, the ball wasn't coming to his bat. I mean, there were instances when you would see him literally swinging his bat, and the ball would race down for the boundary. But I mean, 41 runs, a good innings. He's still an established name in the white ball cricket, and really, I wouldn't say it was a great innings, but that shows an intent that he's putting himself out there. He hasn't hung up his gloves at the moment. So yeah, I really enjoyed his innings today.
I mean, no question about the intent, but the only question is that maybe face situation like a World Cup final, where we face where probably I still feel that Rohit could have played that knock, could have stayed there for another 10, 12 overs,
Yes.
and the result would have been different. But yeah, I mean, uh, Bangladesh batting, Sulesh, what went wrong for them exactly? Just came out. I think there was not. I mean, ऐसा नहीं है कि there was any demons in the pitch. The ball was not swinging or
Mm.
seeing that much, but somehow they completely crumbled under pressure. What's your take on that, Sulesh?
Yeah, like you said, right? I mean, generally, India nowadays comes with an aura, right? I mean, one of the best ODI team, but best white ball teams in the world, and it's like you facing Australia, Australia the old, and it's a big tournament because it's the first match in the tournament. There are nerves, and I think, like you said, right, nothing in the pitch. It's just the nerves got the better of them, and they lost wickets in the flurry. That's what happened. I mean, If you
Mm.
look at the comments quickly, I think Ashish also saying is it a KKR quota for Harshit, and even Abhinav saying that like it's because GG is the coach that we have Harshit playing. The thing is, I agree that my worry here is I was reading again the stat somewhere that between over 10 and 30, we have not taken a wicket today and in the
Yeah,
last World Cup as well, 2023 World Cup finals. And
yeah,
that's not good. I mean, that's again a sign that we don't have that enforcer in the middle orders. And maybe Siraj was the enforcer for us. He's not there. Is Hardik Pandya capable of that? I think I would have preferred if Harshit was there to open with Hardik and Shami and use Harshit as more of an enforcer in the middle
yeah.
orders. That is not done, which again I don't know. I don't think Hardik is that good an enforcer for us in the middle orders, and that could be a problem if teams start playing spin well. Then it'll be difficult for us.
No, I
Yeah,
think that's
Hardik
right.
is a brilliant new ball bowler. He has
Yeah,
bowled well for Mumbai Indians also. Like he swings the ball both ways,
yeah,
and he has that aggression. He could have actually led the attack today, but it's like you guys said, it's a cause of concern if you do not take wickets in the middle overs. And if you look at the template before, like 2023 World Cup final may be an exception, but the template that we have had, the spinners give us those wickets usually in those middle overs. Kuldeep Yadav, Yuzvendra Chahal, that Kulcha template that Dhoni had followed for quite a long time, and it worked very well for us. But I think post that, there has been a decline. We haven't been able to. I think Jadeja has. Jadeja does contain the runs, does not let the runs leak, but I think he has lost that. Uh, Touch or the edge that he used to have before. And Akshar Patel, I feel that he's doing a better job, yeah, in the middle overs. And actually, if we just think about today's bowling lineup, two left-arm spinners, Akshar Patel, Ravindra Jadeja, and one Kuldeep Yadav. I was not sure of the spinning selection. Maybe they could have played Varun Chakravarti or a Washington Sundar, given that they had a few left-handers at the top, an off spinner right there.
I think Varun Chakrabarti could have been a good choice. I mean, again, I think we discussed
Mm,
this in a preview as well that India might take some time to sort of find the right combination.
right combination. Yeah.
So I think going forward in the next game against Pakistan, I think we might see someone like a Chakravarti
Mm,
ahead of Kuldeep. That is a possibility for sure. Uh, but we'll have to wait and watch. I think another concern for me is Virat Kohli is looking really rusty today, and
mm,
I know Gill is in form. Rohit Sharma is doing what he does at top of the order, and then you've got a firing Iyer, and KL Rahul also played a pretty good
yeah.
finishing hand today. But I think if India wants to go and win the crucial games, crunch situation, I think firing Kohli is the need of the hour, right? And the way someone like a Rishad was sort of like playing with his mind and giving those loopy deliveries and asking him to go and fetch the ball, cut it, and ultimately he did pick up the challenge and perished in doing so. I think that for me is a little worry, sign of a little worry, and you might agree or disagree with me, Sulesh, on this.
no, I agree. And I think it's just nerves, right? It's not. I mean, not you
Mm,
can't say nerves. Somebody who's played so that many matches, it's not nerves, but it's in the head. Is what I'm trying to say.
yeah.
Again, I read somebody and then I was hearing somebody in the commentary saying he was dismissed by leg spin the last 5 times he's played leg spin. So
Yeah.
clearly, leg spin seems like the players are the opposition teams are waiting to try a leg spin against Kohli, knowing that there's a weakness there, and it's not something which is. I mean, he's had weakness against off spin for some time, but leg spin, I don't think Kohli is a player who's really worried about who's get perturbed by spin that much or the turn that much. It's mostly in the head, and even that the wicket he was out today, you knew that sort of frustration had creeped in, and the fielder was there. I mean,
Yeah.
that ball was like you said, looped up for that. You knew the fielder was there. A typical Kohli wouldn't play that shot, but it's just the pressure had been built up for all that time, and he caved in. So I think it's more of him finding that groove, and maybe in the pressure situation against Pakistan, he would come back in form. I'm pretty sure he would. I think it's
Yeah,
just
I'll
something.
never rule Kohli out
Yeah,
against Pakistan without a doubt.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, and I think India needs Kohli more than a game, right? I mean, you definitely want him to fire against Pakistan, but if India wants to go and travel the distance, go the distance, in that case, you would want an informed Kohli. I think Ashish has made a very interesting comment here. Switch from, I won't spell that out, BSDK to Bhajan isn't working much for VK. I think that is one point which we have discussed earlier as well. I think
Yeah.
that hunger, that drive, he was that, he used to play that bad guy in the park, and I think that used to sort of motivate him, and probably that drive, probably, I won't say that the drive has vanished, but I think he has definitely mellowed down as a person, and probably, I don't know, it might have
And teams have figured that out, right? They no more
yeah,
Rile Kohli. They all know
yeah,
that,
yeah.
it's you
Nobody
alone.
does that.
Nobody does it anymore. They understood
No,
all
no,
this
no.
stuff. So
I think there's some serious network issue at Akash's end. So I think I'll probably go back to Srijan, and before we sort of wind this particular session and go to the other game which happened yesterday, uh, how do you think? Do you see any India making any changes for the Pakistan game, or would you go with the same combination?
I personally feel that Gambhir was holding Varun Chakravarti back because Pakistani players they have not played Varun Chakravarti at all. He's a
They
mystery
have
spinner.
actually in 2021, but I think that was a
World Cup.
different. Yeah, in the word,
Ha,
that was a
there are a
different.
lot of yeah, but they have hardly played Varun Chakravarti, so he's our Ajanta Mendes of past, and that could actually play in our favor. I think so that he could be brought in instead of a Jadeja or a Kuldeep Yadav. Akshar Patel is to stay. And bowling, I think so that Arshdeep did very well against Pakistan, both in the T20 World Cup, and we need a left arm pacer, I feel. Those are the only two changes that could be brought in, but otherwise the batting lineup should stay the same. Maybe Rishabh Pant does not hold a good chance in this setup. Otherwise, it looks fine. And like you said, no, Virat Kohli, we need a firing Virat Kohli, and India versus Pakistan match is the correct
Yeah.
platform for that sleeping giant to wake up. That that Champions
Yeah,
Trophy is here, big match, big player. We all need Virat Kohli to perform, and I hopefully we do not see Virat Kohli performing just for the finals. It's through the tournament because when Virat Kohli performs, in entire India is happy. I'm
that is
personally very
true.
happy.
I
Yeah,
know that pretty well, Srijan. And I think
yeah,
coming back to these Pacers, and the combination, I don't think India is gonna drop Jadeja, because I think that batting depth is something which the management is comfortable
yeah,
with. So probably Kuldeep Yadav making a way for Varun Chakravarti is the way I see it. And
yeah,
again, I don't see Rishabh Pant making a cut in the side, especially the way KL has batted today again.
yeah.
Uh, but yeah, Arshdeep for Harshit Rana is something which I am looking forward to. But let's see. I mean, you never know with. But I think let's before we sort of go to the Pakistan game, I think let's talk about Shami, man. Um,
Yeah.
I think this
Yeah,
guy is
brilliant comeback.
unreal when it comes to like we had Shikhar Dhawan at top of the order
Yeah,
for India,
Yeah.
doing wonders in the ICC tournaments. I think we have Shami for the bowling. I mean, he's just unbelievable. He's just magical, and somehow he figures out a way to take wicket. I think it was not a wicket where you could go and ball those unplayable, beautiful deliveries. I think, but still he, with the change of pace, the cutters, the variations, I think that came into the picture, and the length was really critical. And I think Shami was bang on with that.
I
Yeah.
love that wicket when he took the other guy. I forgot the guy's name who was batting with Hridoy, who scored 80 odd
Jacket,
runs. 80. Uh,
jacket.
So I could just see the batting position, the stance that this guy was taking just before Shami was bowling. He was probably going to slog it, and Shami read that very well, and he bowled that slower ball. It was brilliantly played out in Shami's mind, and it was executed pretty well. So Mala, that is he's the Ashwin for me in fast bowling. Uh, Mohammad Shami. So his bowling was pretty well.
Yeah,
What
agree.
are your thoughts, Suresh?
I mean, an ICC champion, ICC tournaments, Shami is a different beast, man. I mean, the
Yeah,
2019 World Cup,
yeah.
2020 World Cup, it's like, you give him the ball, it's like a 5 wicket. It's that
Uh,
good. It's
And,
it's
and
some sort of strange confidence, right? And great to have as a team, no? I mean, somebody who's that confident while playing. Yeah.
but
especially
what
when
a
Bumrah is
blessing.
not around there, you
Yeah,
need a
for exactly.
firing
What a
Shami. Yeah.
blessing. Bumrah was not there, so Shami came to
Yeah.
the squad. So
By
we
the
did
way,
not really miss.
he became the fastest to 200 wicket with respect to the number of balls bought. The fewest balls to take
Shami.
200 victories. Yeah, Mohammad
Wow.
Shami. With respect to number of games, I think he's number 3 after
Uh,
I think Mitchell Stark and who?
could
Shakleen
be
Mushtaq.
Megra.
Shakleen Mushtaq.
Shakleen, no, you talking fast bowler, right?
No,
No,
no, ballers.
overall. Oh, okay.
But I think with respect to the number of balls balled, I think he's there with the least number of balls. So I think that's
Uh,
a great stat. That's a great company to be in. Cool. I think so. Overall, I think it's a good game for India. Good start. I think no surprises, thankfully there. We expect Bangladesh to distribute the points to the other two teams as well. So I think Bangladesh is doing what they are known for, and I think it's basically will function like a tri series between India, New Zealand, and Pakistan. So, but
yeah,
again, Pakistan again they might surprise us by the way they did
yeah.
it in 2024.
2017. Hmm.
Yeah, so by losing to USA, so they are capable of pulling this off. And again, talking about Pakistan, let's talk about the game which happened yesterday. And I want to straight away jump to our greatest batsman of this era, so-called, at least labeled by the Pakistani fans. No offense,
Hmm.
Mr. Babar Azam, who see Babar ka naam sun ke, I think Suresh vanished. So I think Srijan, you know, Babar. Let's talk about him. I mean, what the hell
Yeah,
was that?
yeah, the need of the hour was to play an innings like a Shubman Gill inning because they were chasing some 320 odd. And eh, like people say, no, it was a stat padded innings. Like someone who is just playing the innings just for the sake of it, that Pakistan is in the game but is not really in the game. He scored some 64 odd runs in
58
81,
of
82
91
balls.
balls. 58 of
Fifth,
91 balls and you are chasing
and
320.
yeah.
Pakistan made 22 runs in the power play while chasing 320.
It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. Matlab, and they are playing at their home ground, supposed to be flat tracks, flat pitches. When New Zealand could score 320, they have played all their lives in that home ground, and Babar could not score or could not be that aggressive. Not like New Zealand were bowling very well, like extremely
Yeah, they
very well.
were,
It was
I mean,
not like
I think to be fair, I think in the middle overs their spinners bowled really well, but
huh,
uh,
not in the
I
power
mean
play.
not in the power play. I mean they could have taken the pressure, I mean what happened for them unfortunately was that Fakhar Zaman got injured, and
Yeah.
this pattern we have been seeing for the last 4 5 years that if somebody has to go out and be the aggressive one, it has to be Fakhar for them. उसके अलावा I don't think
And
neither
it
Baba
won't be
nor
Babar.
Rizwan, nobody has got those. And I think me and Sulesh were there in that 2023 New Zealand game in this Chinnaswamy, where Fakhar Zaman just literally he was just unbelievable. I think they were looking for a similar kind of aggression for him, but you can't be dependent on one single player. I know he's a good player, but
Yeah.
again he got injured. Then you others need to step up, right? And they send someone like a South Shakil who had never opened in his entire career in any format of the game as an opener. I don't know what they were thinking. I think their management is high on weed or something. I don't know.
No, it's crazy, right? I mean, this is such a crucial match, right? And I remember somebody on Twitter was comparing, oh, what about KL Rahul's innings in the finals? Look,
Yeah.
that's here you're chasing. You know the target, right?
Yeah.
It's 320. It's not 220, 120. You can't play that innings. And your best bats. You're supposedly the Fakhar Zaman is injured, right? You have to take the
Yeah.
ownership. You're the greatest player, the so-called king and whatnot. And the innings you play, I mean, it's like after him, if you see that innings, then nobody's going to have like if he's the best batsman and he's playing like that. What am I going to do? What am I even? But then even in spite of that, there were players who play. I think Kushtil Shah somebody scored a 50 as well, right? Or
Yeah.
Salman,
Yeah,
I can't
there was this Khushdev Shah
I
scored. I
think
think Salman Aga was pretty good. I think
yeah,
they at least their intent was there. I think
the
with
youngsters
these
are
guys, I
scoring.
think
Yeah, the newer guys, it's ridiculous.
I still can't believe that his PR is still defending him. That they're talking. He played a couple of cover drives or something. I don't know. And the PR is talking about those cover drives. I think have some shame. Come on, guys. I think I saw that show, that which I'm forgetting the name, where Wasim Akram and Waqar Yunis are there.
Uh,
Fakhri Alam is the anchor. I think that's probably one of the best cricket shows if you
yeah.
across the
the
globe. And
kite candid.
yeah, very
Yeah.
candid and very well presented, very very opinionated. I love the show. So Wasim Akram was like, "Bhai, what the hell is happening there?" And you got to feel for them, for the legends
I
of the
agree.
game, the likes of
This is
Wasim
I
and
agree.
Waqar, who have done the hard yards and did so much for the country, and then now this team. And I think only Ramiz Raza is the one who sort of still backs Babar Azam
Well,
to sort of. I think
Akash wrote a brilliant comment. Akash is is participating through comments. He said that they say choose your heroes wisely. Babar chose to choose Sunil Gavaskar's innings of 174 balls out of 36 out of 174 balls.
oh
Probably
man.
his inner Sunil Gavaskar.
I don't know what's the way forward for them. I think they had a great series in South Africa. They had a wonderful tournament in Australia. They defeated Australia in Australia, right? In the ODIs,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
In South
yeah.
Africa also, they were pretty good. Uh, I don't know what's wrong with them. I mean, initially also we discussed, right, that they don't have a frontline spinner. They don't have someone who can take the wickets, who can choke in the middle order. I think bowling to chhod do yaar. I mean, Haris Rauf and all. I don't know why they are still there. They are consistently getting. Their average in the last 1 year or so is more than 30, 35. And he's their frontline bowler. Even Shaheen Shah Afridi is doing nothing. And again, I don't know. They it seems that they've just given up. Keep इनको तो खिलाना ही है. There is no other option. And then I don't know. It feels
But I
sad.
think
I enjoy
yeah,
as well at times, to be honest. But as a
uh,
cricket fan, as a neutral cricket fan, you feel sad as well.
yeah, yeah, मतलब working in corporate, it has made me realize that it is very important to have that sense of belongingness. And with whatever happens with Pakistan Cricket Board, no, it's quite mysterious. Like someday Shaheen Shah Afridi is the captain, the other day is thrown out of the team. Babar Azam is the captain. He's thrown out. He's again reinstated. He's again thrown out. So it's a very unpredictable management, and I don't think so that players would perform any differently if the management is like that. And there is no consistency or there is no backing. There is like their political system,
Yeah,
their
exactly. I was about to say
entire
that. Like their entire country, there's so much of
like,
uncertainty.
well, a fun fact, there is no one single prime minister who has served the entire 5 year uh, after Pakistan's independence. And I think Wasim Akram has become Pakistan's captain thrice or four times. Javed Miandad has become Pakistan's captain 5 times. That is what it creates the unpredictability. And Pakistan has always been that unpredictable cricket team that we never know. Sunday they just outplay us. Shaheen Shah Afridi is at his very best, and he rattles off our Indian order like it's nothing. Like he's playing gully cricket or something like that. So we never really know.
Yeah, I think it's really tragic, right? You spend so much effort in renovating those stadiums. You finally get
Yeah.
a host an ICC
Huh.
tournament, right? With against
Yeah.
like every single odd was against them, right? Everybody knew that okay, this won't happen in Pakistan, but it finally happened. They actually pulled through. They come for the tournament. A
Huh.
lot of people come and have hopes, and then what do? I mean, like you even read the pitch wrong. Like you've taken four fast bowlers, every single one get trashed, and your best bowler was your spinner. So you like from the beginning itself, they had no planning. It's really sad. I mean, as a Pakistani fan, right? Like you've seen the
Yeah.
same guys, the Rizwans, the Shaheen Shafridis, the Babar Azams of the world, and they have not delivered. And when you need them the most, they're not there. It's just very depressing for a fan, is what I feel. I mean, just neutral, it's depressing. Just imagine it
Yeah.
for the countrymen. Yeah.
Such a big event coming to Pakistan after a long time and performing like that. Not
I mean,
even
just
reading the pitch
imagine,
very well. Yeah.
yeah, just imagine them not qualifying for the semis, man. It would be heartbreaking for
It's
the
a,
crowd.
it's
Very
a
hard.
high chance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously it's a high chance. So,
Yeah.
assuming that New Zealand will thrash Bangladesh, which they will,
Hmm. Hmm. And
ultimately it
India
will come.
wins
And
against
I think
Pakistan.
they have to win against India. If
Yeah.
they lose India
They
against
have
India,
to.
then I think it's all over for them. And I think
Yeah.
beating India at this point of time is definitely not going to be easy for them.
No, like Srijin mentioned, I think I do. I mean, Pakistan will come really hard. It's like a do.
Yeah.
Whenever it's a do or die match for them, you know that they're going to come hard.
यार
And
अब वो
Dubai,
भी नहीं चलता है सुलेश आई थिंक दैट इज आल्सो sort of old theory now we saw that in 2024 World Cup they bottled up that 120
yeah,
chase man after
yeah.
losing against USA. I think it's not I think they're mentally completely down, man. I don't know, but again as they say,
You know
man, nothing,
what? Yeah.
anything can happen, but
Sorry.
I don't see them making a comeback.
Like I think Rizwan is a smarter captain than what we saw in the first match. And like you said, right, they're beating Australia in Australia, winning a series in South Africa. It's not a bad squad. It's just something that's maybe the nerves caught them in the first match. But I think they'll come back really hard against India. They have to win that match. If they lose a match, they're out. It's pretty much sure, right? So this is the last hope, and they'll come hard. Is what I feel.
But as an Indian cricket fan, I would want don't want that obviously to happen. And I think we all are on the same page with respect to that. But actually,
Yeah,
we would want to see a contest. I mean,
yeah,
let's be honest
agree.
about it. We don't definitely don't want to see another one-sided contest. Yeah. And
The
Ashish has mentioned that.
2021 T20 World Cup, which was hosted in Dubai, it was actually India were the host nations, but due to COVID, it
Yeah.
was hosted in Dubai, and India lost against New Zealand, and
So yeah,
India then lost against Pakistan.
Got clash.
Now it's the opposite that is happening. Pakistan lost against New Zealand. Now Pakistan should lose against India, and they are
but I don't
thrown
want
out
that
of their host.
that to happen. By that logic, India would lose in the semis. Yeah. I don't want that to happen.
Ah.
I think that is where I think they should talk to ICC probably. I mean, this eight thing or concept is not working out well. I think that we should have teams
Yeah.
like Zimbabwe, Ireland. At least they would have defeated Zimbabwe somewhere.
I read an interesting fact. Bilateral series are hosted for 45 days, and that tournament this big is hosted for 17, 19 days. It's a little odd. Champions Trophy. It could be probably a Super 8 sort of a thing could have been a better format for the Champions Trophy, I feel.
But again,
If
there
not
are a
more
lot of
teams.
questions. There are a lot of questions on the existence of the Champions Trophy as well. With the entire
Yeah.
scrutiny of this 50-over format happening, right? It's not going to be
Hmm.
easy. So that is why probably they are testing the waters. Champions
Hmm.
Trophy is coming back after 8 years. By the way, it is one of my
It
favorites
is.
ICC tournaments because India has
Yeah.
historically done really well, starting from 1998 when India was not
Yeah.
such a force. We lost to West Indies in semis in 2000 and everything. I think it has been quite a journey as an Indian cricket fan. I think I've seen the highs of 2002 and 2013, and then the lows as well. So yeah, I think let's see. I think Sunday is not too far away. We have a couple of games from the other group, which is tomorrow we have Afghanistan versus South Africa, and then we have the big one, Australia and England. And again,
I'm
I think
backing Afghanistan.
are also struggling for some momentum, right? Australia the entire frontline bowling attack is out of the action, right?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
don't know. They have to find heroes somewhere, and which they can do. I mean, you never
Yeah.
never underestimate the attack,
Also.
especially in the ICC events. So exciting times ahead, and we are specifically looking forward to that India-Pakistan game, which is going to happen on Sunday.
Yeah. Do
Sulesh,
you want to check
any
the comments quickly once before we?
yeah, please go ahead.
I think. Yeah. I mean, everybody's happy to discuss about the Pakistan match, right? Abhinav was saying that New Zealand played very well, and that he's happy that Latham and Young are in form. No, good. I mean, seeing a good New Zealand team back with Williamson always in form, and now Latham, Young also in form. I think they'll be a good side. I mean, I don't think India will find that match easy against that New Zealand team for sure.
And just topping up on that, I think I don't want to face someone like a New Zealand in the knockout games.
The knockouts, yeah, agree. Yeah, that'll be a scary proposition. Yeah, agree. Yeah, Abhinav saying that Rami's made a good point that Babar plays with so much pressure to make runs. He prioritizes accumulating runs rather than risk taking. I don't know, man. What are you there for? Like stat padding, beyond a point, what will stat padding give you? The number one ranking, that's it, right? And what does the number one ranking mean if you have no trophies? So it doesn't make sense to me. Yeah.
That's the question which we have been asking Kohli for the last 12 years of the IPL now.
Yeah.
15 years, 16 years now. I mean.
It's a painful question.
So let's
All-
not get yeah, yeah. Then Prabhat is saying that Virat Kohli ne aaj kuch jalwa nahi dikhaya. We saw that. We hope he'll come back for the Pakistan match. KL Rahul scored 41 runs. Good. I'm happy. KL. Yeah. I mean, it was slightly a crucial point, right? Wickets fell off a bit with
and he
Iyer
got dropped. He got dropped as well when he was at 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. I'm happy he's in runs, and it is a bit confusion, right? Should he play or a punt play? But
Yeah.
good. Rahul got a turn and he's scoring runs. Yeah. Yeah.
He kept pretty well also.
He kept well.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not easy to
Yeah.
keep the spinners in the middle overs. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Only if Zimbabwe was in Pakistan group, then we would have seen the real potential. I actually did this research. Okay, I went and checked. Okay, who against whom does Babar have the best ODI averages in his batting? Number one ranked is Nepal. He has a batting average of 151. Number two, Zimbabwe. He has a batting average of 114. And number 3 is West Indies, batting average of 80. I mean, the guy is really, his entire career has been built on scoring runs against the minnows, right? I
I think
can't
his
believe
PR is working better than the way
Yeah,
that is, man. His PR is amazing. यार
he
दो
has
लोग का
played.
PR चल रहा है एक्चुअली सबका ही चल रहा है. So you talk about Babar Azam, his PR, then Ranveer Elavadi and Samay Raina का PR, and then you have that Veer Pahadia, that Tangri guy. Uska PR is like next level.
uh, Rohit Sharma
PR
has
shit is
Vidya
driving
Balan
me crazy, man.
for PR. Rohit Sharma has Vidya Balan for PR.
Bhai, Rohit Sharma's PR was
No,
quite crazy.
I'm during that
I was
BAE team, man,
actually.
it was annoying actually.
It was annoying. Matlab, he does not deserve a place in the test squad anymore. Let's be very entire Bollywood is backing Rohit Sharma was a
And
little too much.
people who are not even following him on
Yeah.
Yeah,
Insta.
Vidya Balan. Out of
Let's not
nowhere.
go the PR. I think we can talk for hours, Especially I can do that. I don't want to do that. Get into that soon.
Great, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's catch up for the India Pakistan match. Great having you guys here. Looking
I
forward
think
to
by the time, hopefully by the time we connect next time, Akash gets his internet sorted.
I hope he does.
Yes, sir.
Hope
So,
So
thank you so
nice.
much, guys. See you on Sunday. Bye.
See you.
See you on Sunday. Bye.